Hey, welcome back. I'm Kelly Beeson. Well, there is a new special counsel in the case against Hunter Biden. David Weiss, the current U.S. Attorney for Delaware, has been appointed as special counsel, and he is currently conducting an investigation into Hunter Biden's business dealings. Former President Trump just reacted to the news, and joining us now is top Judiciary Committee Chair, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Thank you so much for being here, Senator. Wanted to start with your reaction to this breaking news.
Well, there's nothing new or special about Mr. Weiss being made a special counsel. This makes every problem they have worse. This was a political decision by the Biden administration to fix their political problem. I think they poured gasoline on a political fire. Mr. Weiss's team needs to be replaced with a new set of eyes. The whistleblowers have told us that this investigation was compromised. Mr. Weiss apparently told them in October 7th, 2022, he didn't have the authority. He was overruled of where to charge and how to charge. The plea agreement fell apart because of a good judge. This plea agreement was a sweetheart deal nobody else in America would get. So the only way you're going to fix this problem is to assign somebody new to the case, not change the title of the guy already involved.
And we are just learning in some breaking news, Senator, that the DOJ is declining to comment as to whether or not the president is being investigated as well. What is your reaction to that?
I don't buy any of this. I've been a prosecutor before. I've never known a prosecutor to do a plea agreement with somebody under investigation for half the case. So I'm convinced that the plea agreement was going to end the Hunter Biden matter. It was written in a way to give him immunity for his financial crimes if he completed the diversion program for the gun charge. And the judge asked, is this normal? And they said no. I don't believe there was an ongoing investigation regarding Hunter Biden or Joe Biden. I think they just made that up. So the only way you'll ever get the public to believe that Hunter Biden was treated fairly and not specially is to have somebody new do the case.
Do you think the DOJ is trying to keep this out of the House Oversight Committee and the Republicans' hands? And if so, why?
Well, I think if it weren't for the House Oversight Committee, we wouldn't know any of this stuff. Mr. Weiss let the statute of limitations expire on some tax charges. The whistleblower tells us that every time there was a benefit of the doubt, Hunter Biden got it, unlike what most Americans get. So I think this is an effort to change the status of Mr. Weiss, not for an ongoing investigation to be enhanced, but to stop a congressional investigation that's uncovering a lot of shady stuff. I don't think it's going to work, but I think that's their goal, is to try to create a situation where I and House Republicans can't ask any more questions. It's not going to work.
So just to push back just a little bit, why don't Republicans trust David Weiss? He was appointed by Trump, confirmed by the Republicans. What went wrong there?
Yeah. Well, I like Mr. Weiss. I think I've met him once. Just look, you got two whistleblowers telling us that during the course of the investigation, the investigators gave breaks to Hunter Biden like they've never seen before. The plea deal itself is all the evidence you need to understand that the prosecution team in this case did something special for Hunter Biden that no other American would get. The judge exposed that. So it's nothing against Mr. Weiss personally. It's based on the conduct of this team for a couple of years. Nobody in their right mind believes that the Weiss team has been made better by changing the title of Mr. Weiss. The plea deal is a smoking gun to why you need somebody new on this investigation.
Senator, what will ultimately quell the suspicions of Republicans? Is it just what you stated, somebody new on this investigation completely? And who would that person be?
Well, somebody outside the system. I supported the Mueller investigation. I was a co-sponsor of a statute saying you couldn't fire the special counsel when President Trump talked about doing that. Somebody outside the system that has credibility with both Republicans and Democrats to take a look at this thing. I promise you, nobody listening to this program would have gotten the deal Hunter Biden was going to get there in Delaware, and we need a new set of eyes.